everyone. How are y'all doing? I'm here with the lovely April and Kara, who's hanging out as well. And I just did her fill, and I used the new Trinity Shades SN1, so that gives this kind of a color. And it's a nice even base, and I really like doing fills with that because it makes it really nice for when you apply your color. So we are going to do, Kara, come here, show me your fingers. So we're going to do Kara's, I really liked this, give me that one. And so we are going to do this one on all of these. So turned out really pretty. So I'm going to be using Jaded and Coy. These are the two magical ones. So first I'm going to start with Coy. And you need a brush. You're going to want to have an ombre brush. So if you don't have one of these, you really should pick one up. I do have them available at lovenails.com. They're very, very helpful for doing these kinds of ombre techniques. I was just cutting a wild hair off mine. So you want to just use a nice ombre brush like this, and they have split hairs, which is really helpful. Hey Jada, how you doing? Ooh, my Coy is getting low. Coy is super, super, super popular. So if you don't have it and you're looking for a milky white, this is what Coy does. This is, it's the green on the tip, right? I believe. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to just polish my Coy down. I go at least halfway or so. And the first coat is a little bit thinner than the second coat, but they're both going to be semi-translucent. So you don't have to be quiet, you can talk.
I know I'm feeling nervous now, but it's been so long since you've done videos.
It's been a while. I know.
Short fingers, we don't show your hands normally.
Hey, be nice.
That is absolutely true.
Yeah, but
I have little short stubby fingers.
Most clients have short stubby fingers. Not everybody can be a model, you know?
And I also have little dimple knuckles. That was the other thing that my...
Dimple knuckles?
Yeah, when I hold my hand, my knuckles dimple in instead of like, you don't see a knuckle. It's a very weird phenomenon.
I never noticed that you had an odd knuckle at all.
Yeah, apparently my mom was the one that helped me point it out to me as a child.
Oh.
She's like, your knuckles are very odd.
Like, weird.
Yay, Mom.
I did not know. I never noticed you had unusual knuckles.
Didn't have that to be self-conscious about, but now I got something fun to worry about.
Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to brush these down with my ombre brush just to feather it a little bit.
And then I stick it in?
You will when I tell you to.
Okay.
Don't hit the side of the light.
I know, just to be like, April, what are you doing?
I had to fire Kara because, you know, she hit the light, so she's fired.
I'm sorry, it's been a long week.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it's we're all having to get used to... Oh, sorry, I was ready to go.
I know, I'm just double checking. So, I try to make it as even as possible all over. Okay, and you go, please. Ooh, it's quiet tonight. Nobody is joining us, but I know I have a couple of YouTube friends that will
Everyone's
be
probably back
happy.
to work and now going to bed earlier.
It's true. They'll watch it at 2 a.m. Well, and on the East Coast, it's, I don't even know what time it is.
Oh, yeah.
10,
Midnight.
11, 12, 1 o'clock.
1.
Yeah, so they're all sleeping.
But you're like, I'm getting lots of late nights because I have 14,000 clients a day.
Yeah, that happens.
The backlog of people that have been doing their own nails and are terrified about
Madison's on the East Coast not sleeping. Mitch said lies. So funny. I think Madison, aren't you coming to Oregon? You're taking class at Light Elegance, I believe, next week. It's one of the product lines that I'm going to carry next. Basically, the last big product line that I'm going to carry at some point is the Plan. Always really liked Jim and Leslie and stuff. And they make a lot of glitter gels, which are fun. Guess what?
What?
I saw the new Luxio colors.
Oh, did you?
They're good. There's a purple that I am so putting on myself the day it comes in. Not until, they don't come until July.
Sneak peek?
Well, they sent the distributors some info on it, so we got to kind of see a little bit about what's coming. So I don't get to share it with anybody until we can actually like tell y'all. So I don't get to show you much, but I do. Like, I've been waiting for this purple since it's a purple we used to have in the UV options colors, and it's not been available for years. And so I am super, super, super excited. Oh, we're talking now. Yay. What's going on? You can read to me.
Ooh, purple, favorite color. Ooh, new colors.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
There you go. And since you didn't auction off your first appointment, you could just auction off like the first new colors.
Mm-hmm.
Secret reveal.
Yes. All right, so if this ever happens to you, if you look right here, it's almost hard to see because it's really subtle. If you look right here, a little bit of the koi went into the cuticle. So one of the things I will do is I'll actually go through with my nipper, and do you see how that just came right out? Get that before you do your second coat, if you notice that, because if you do that, then you'll have a much smoother second coat. You won't have to be digging stuff out of the cuticle later.
I think your nails look cuter on camera than they do in real life. I think it's the lighting. I'm just gonna like have a little light around with me everywhere.
It's good lighting. Well, I turn on the super light.
Light that it's literally as bright as that, and he puts it, turns on in bed at night, and I'm like,
what?
I'm like, seriously, you just lit up the whole room more than the overhead light with your stupid book lamp.
Yeah, if any of you guys do a lot of pictures of your nails and things like that, this is a double lamp from Daylight, and I only have it at trade shows because it's massive. No, it's super, super bright, and I only have it at trade shows because the box is massive, so it's not really good if you're flying in to pick up because it is a big box. But if you're driving to camp, save some pennies so you can get one of these lamps because it is awesome. It has a center bulb so you can take good nail pictures, but it also has a ring so it can give you an all over. When are they coming, the new colors? I think we'll be announcing them the beginning of July, and all the distributors should have them by August 1st.
Sorry, I'm pulling down on my job.
That's okay. I looked up and noticed.
What is the base? Is that one? Oh, you said the new Trinity color.
Yeah, it's the new Trinity color. So the base of this, so it's so nice to do fills now with these new Trinity colors because you get a nice even nail to work on with your polish because it, you know, when you think about a nail, you've got a nail bed color and then you have the extension color, and they're two very different colors. So if you're doing a semi-translucent, you're really going to see the color difference of where they're natural lint.
Oh my goodness. Sharia is at work in Detroit.
What are you doing at work in Detroit so late?
I hope you're not a nail tech. Otherwise, you need to talk to your clients about...
About working late?
No,
Ditto?
never mind.
Maybe? Like, should you be talking?
It's 1 a.m. I'm not quite at 1 a.m., but...
That's true. Detroit is quite late. I think we're going to be...
We're always willing to come earlier.
No, it's okay. I have to
No,
do
let's be
at
real.
least a night a week.
If I had to take off time during the workday, I would never, ever be able to get any appointments for anything for me.
So again, I'm just brushing down. I don't want to have a bunch on the tip because I am going to be putting the green there. And this is Coy again, if anyone missed what color I'm using, although I did put it in the title, so.
I like the late appointments because it gets me out of cooking once every 3 weeks.
Could you imagine? Like, how long did you have to just sit and wait for me to, like, be able to talk to you for 15 minutes? I was like, I'm finishing this call. Then I got to do these 6 emails. Then I'm going to go on this other call. Come back at noon. Poor Kara. She was like, I just need my computer fixed.
No, it wasn't even that. Like, Anand was like, I will totally look at it. And so I dropped it off. And they're like, I need to talk to you. Don't leave. And I'm like, I actually have to do it.
Okay, then put that in.
Stop. Sorry, I didn't curse.
Late night girl, this is why we love and appreciate you. Aw, that's very sweet. It's one of my clients that is not patiently, I think, waiting to get in. Lexi.
Yes.
She hasn't gotten to get in yet, so.
Oh, I'm
We got
sorry,
lucky. This
Lexi.
is one we booked out months ago before this happened, and it happened to fall on a good day.
Yeah. I know, I
Okay,
felt
we
the
love
most
that.
bad for all the people that were the first week of July or June because they were all thinking they would get to sneak in and then got pushed a week. Hey,
Juliet is a
Cindy.
new tech, so no clients yet. I'm sure all you need to do is put out the word, and with all of the people that have not been able to get their nails done, I bet you could line them up out the door.
Well, and there's some techs that aren't going back. So my good friend Danielle, a lot of my clients were going to her. She has such bad allergies now. She's not going back. So there's new techs, or there's new clients out there for people that, you know, techs need to find. And also, I feel like a lot of people in general that I've been hearing of, they have been looking for something better. So techs that, or clients that maybe were going to discount salons before might be on the lookout for a better tech. I mean, a lot of my clients, you know, went 11, 12 weeks before their nails started feeling bad, and it made them realize, okay, my nails are good quality. They can hold on for a very long time. And that's really important.
And you're probably really rethinking the hygiene cost factor too. Like,
Yeah, a lot of techs are having to, you know, it's hard to find cleansers. I have a hairstylist that came in and I said, hey, by the way, I now have Let's Touch in stock if you need some. And she was like, yes, please. So she picked, I literally had just gotten it in the mail. So I opened the box and gave her a container. So if you're looking for good implement disinfectant, Let's Touch is my favorite. I've been using it for 20 years and it doesn't rust anything, which is awesome because I like to have everything soaking in a tray all the time when not being used. So it keeps everything really good and clean. So I know some salons went ahead and just got an autoclave. They'd been wanting to get it for a while and they did it. If you're a small one-man show and you don't want to do an autoclave, Let's Touch is really nice. So it's available now at Love Nails. So I know some people have been having a hard time getting barbicide or whatever they like to use, and Let's Touch is available, which is nice.
Lexi says she's not patient at all. Just one more week.
One more week. She's counting down. I'll let you know if anything opens up sooner. But it's a waiting process for sure. All right, so after all that's just blended down and it's nice and thin on the tip, we're going to go and do Jaded. Megan just said she did Jaded on her nails today. Sorry about mine. Mine are still like a good, 8 weeks old now. So I still need to do my nails.
You don't use all your quality quarantine time to work on nails?
No, I swatched things and did 8,000 other jobs and took pictures of glitter. And I did many other things, but I did not do my nails. I did my nails one time, and that was when I thought I was starting back up in May, beginning of May. So I did them the beginning of May, and it's been, I don't know, maybe it was April.
I was going to say, I know you. I'm sure that you were.
No,
just
it was
sitting
longer
around
than
hanging
that.
out.
It was like, no, I wasn't sitting around hanging out. Let's not be silly. So these two blend really nice, and I think part of it is because Jaded is semi-translucent, and it's great because it has this really cool effect of it really looks like jade, because you know how jade, like someone has a jade bracelet, it kind of has that semi-translucent effect.
Yeah, it's a little bit of light through.
Yeah, it lets light through, and the same thing happens with this. So make sure my brush is clean. And all you have to do is just touch and pull, and it blends super easy. Do you guys see how nice that blended? Really, really, really easy to blend. It's one of the best things about using colors that have translucency to them. So if you wanted to do the same thing, but you wanted a, like maybe you wanted a pinkier version or a red version on the tip, Passion is a nice kind of pinky red, and it has a clear base as well. So does Diva. So if you want a dark, dark red, Diva has a clear base. So things with a clear base will do this. It will blend really nice and really easy, which when it comes to ombres, that's really helpful for sure.
Lexi says your quality is phenomenal. I agree 1,000%.
Oh, thanks, Lexi.
Occasionally, I've had to like go
I
to
already
other
fired
people
Kara
when
today. I don't know how many times she wants to be fired.
I mostly fire Kara on a daily basis. I've had to go to other people on occasion when I couldn't get into Jess because she was traveling the world, and let's just say it was sad every time.
She regretted it, and I just let mine grow out because I didn't cheat.
I know. Remember when I came in that one time and you're like, how much more uneven could these nails be? And I'm like, I know, they're driving me
Well, I don't
insane.
think it was just me traveling. I think you went off to India or something in that process.
That's
And
the
so
problem. Between your travel schedule and
Yeah.
my travel schedule, because that's what it was.
I think
we
it was
went to
both
Amsterdam.
of us were gone, and the addition of the two made it extremely
And
impossible.
I fully told you, so I was not like going behind your back. I was very transparent about it.
No, it's fine.
And I fully acknowledged the fact that I'm like, and we all know it's not going to go well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind when people have to go somewhere else, but if they're getting acrylic on, I'm not taking it off. So they have to have that removed before I see them.
Oh my goodness, I remember having acrylic nails in high school and college.
Oh, like to where your nail beds were so painful after they were
Like where a stiff breeze would blow and you'd want to cry.
Yeah.
So super, super easy to blend these two together. Really pretty.
Ooh, it is really pretty.
Yeah, it's really pretty. And then we'll
Not that I
dab
didn't
some.
think it was pretty, but it's even
And this
prettier.
coat
Oh
will
my
give you a
goodness.
little bit more color.
It's so weird seeing myself on a like 5-second delay.
I was surprised how long the delay is with Zoom when I was doing that.
Oh, it's horrible.
It was really long.
Yeah, isn't it 7 seconds? Is it
No, it was
7?
like 20.
Oh no, it's a 30-second delay. Is what it is.
It's pretty long.
Their shortest delay has been 17 during everything. They can't keep up with all the people using them.
Yeah, oh, that's the problem. Yeah,
should
for
say
those
there
who
was some
don't know, we did a Zoom call so that there was a Q&A for camp, mainly for Nail Camp East. So we had the educators that are going to be in Maryland. And if you live anywhere in the Northeast, I highly recommend getting to camp in August. There's still some spots left, not a
Oh,
ton.
in that facility, the photos are gorgeous.
Oh, it's beautiful. And so it's like a resort. It's the nicest facility in the country. But camp will not be in the Northeast next year. So if you want to go and you don't want to have to go too far, you can catch a train, plane. Flights are super cheap. Or you can carpool. There's other nail techs that are driving in. And so if you're anywhere in the Northeast, even Ohio, places like that, you should try to go this year because
It's amazing
next year it's
how
going to be
close
much farther
DC
south.
is to so many other places.
Yeah, it is. Well, and this is Sandy Cove, Maryland, so it's about an hour outside of Philadelphia and Baltimore, so kind of equal distant from both. I'm actually flying into, I think I'm flying into Philadelphia, but I'm actually flying out of Baltimore because of just the way the schedule went. It's kind of funny.
That's really yelling.
What'd you do? Did you bump?
It wasn't just
She's fired.
me.
I'm sorry.
Everyone's fired today.
Everyone's just so tired today, like out of it, that we're all screwed.
Well, y'all forget how to do that. I'm doing nails, I think.
Well, I think there's that, and I started working at 4:30 this morning
Why exactly?
because we're trying to unwind a bunch of stuff for a European conference that we had to cancel,
Oh,
and so I had to get on the phone local time to be like, give us our money.
oh. Yeah, our meeting in Berlin got canceled, which was great because then it means our anniversary trip is longer.
Oh, nice.
Well, it means the vacation part of our anniversary trip was longer because originally we were going to be spending almost a week in Berlin doing classes and stuff, and now we don't have to. So as long as they open up Greece.
Failure when it comes to anniversaries. You always have the best anniversary.
Well, because we kind of made a deal when we got married that we would try, because we both love to travel, we would try to travel for our anniversary. So we've succeeded on pretty much all of them, which is awesome.
Until last year, that was the
I am
only
sorry.
date
Let me
we had
see.
all year.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
all right. How do I fix this? This is how I fix it. I'll buff it out just to smooth it, and then I'll have to recoat that.
It's one of those things where I was just sitting there, and then all of a sudden I felt it touch, and I was like,
I'm
how
not the
did I?
bad sister right now.
Right now.
You did it first, so
Because I can't keep my eyes open.
Beth said it's so late, and I'm a crazy lady.
you are, but that's why we love you.
Yeah. Well, I'm way more night owl than a morning person.
I know, I've had 1 or 2 8 a.m. appointments with you, and I have to say,
I'm not very chatty in the
no,
morning.
you're like, get in, get your nails
I
done.
look at 8 a.m. just to smell dresses. I don't think I've ever.
You'd be
had
bored. I'm not very
I
fun.
know, and I look forward to my appointments. 'Cause
All
they're
right,
fun,
so we have all these golds. Do you have a gold preference?
She just assumed with me.
I just assumed
Yeah,
with
just
her.
do whatever you do with Karis.
With this one?
Is that what you did?
This one I did.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. So grab a gold.
I spent my entire day making
This one's a
decisions and then
metallic
decisions.
collection that you can get on my site, but this is just a gold that's on, I believe,
very
on my
pretty.
site.
It's like the perfect.
Wait,
gold
so it's not
color.
it's gold, not pink? It looks
No,
pink.
it's like this.
No, it's a gold.
It's like a true gold. It's really pretty.
See?
It's like a goldy gold instead of a rose gold. But if you want rose gold, I have that.
No.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just fold it over because I don't want too much. Go ahead and come over.
Sorry. I just like keeping my hands in there. It keeps them warm.
So I'm just going to dab towards the middle. I don't want to cover the whole nail. I'm just wanting to give it a little bit of shine. Oops, that's too much. So if you get too much, you can actually use your own nail and erase it. It's a little nail tech tip for you.
Nope, I do not.
Do you seriously not?
Nope, I have Purell and a mask and my phone and...
You can buy whoopie pie chapstick. I have it over there. It smells like frosting.
You really don't. You always have someone.
Nope, I do not. Don't be going through my purse.
Megan says it. Don't talk to me until I've been awake for at least an hour person.
How is this meant?
I understand.
It is...
She created it in her kitchen
Eyebrows.
yesterday. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
check
and put it in
these and
plastic
see.
packaging.
But see, isn't that pretty?
It's
Turns
very
out pretty. Adds a little bit of shine.
Martha Stewart, everyone's that.
What? Are you
Which
speaking
one,
weird
Martha Stewart,
things?
What? I think that
She's
What
saying
classic
unprofessional things.
a classic what?
501er.
What's a 501er? Where are you? I don't
Like
think you've
one
got enough
upper
sleep.
where like someone's like, look what I made. Naples like, I made my flour from scratch.
I made my flour from scratch because there was literally none to be found anywhere in any stores.
Oh.
Josh, she makes the most amazing cinnamon rolls.
Don't
And there
talk
was-
about things I can't have.
And there was literally no flour to be found anywhere. I went to
What
4
if we told you
stores.
they were completely
I know, it was
keto
pretty
friendly?
bad.
And then I finally...
Made with flour.
I actually found a
I said
recipe
we
that...
told you they're
I mean,
not
I've done like cinnamon rolls that are keto, like chaffle cinnamon rolls, and they're pretty good.
I found a really good
But
recipe.
they
with,
take
I
a lot
think,
of work.
Sugar-free mama.
But it's
Yeah, that's
delicious.
the problem. They look like they take a lot. Cinnamon rolls in general take a lot of
So
work.
pretty. So this is the, that's it. And then all I'm going to do is top coat. So I didn't have to use Stick It on that because these stuck enough. So if you're using 2 colors that aren't sticky enough, and your foil's not sticking, then you can use a little bit of Stick It. But for this design, that's all the stick I wanted. I didn't want a full coverage or anything. I just wanted it to be a little spaced out. It's Quick Stick It is in a bottle. That also works really well for this kind of a technique where it's just, you don't want it to be a full coverage necessarily. You just want a little bit dabbed in for some shine.
Are you using the tacky layer of the polish? Oh my gosh, it's really hard to read upside down. To put the foil on, or did you put something on for a...
Yep, that's just what I was just saying, is that this polish was tacky enough, so I didn't have to use Stick It. If it was a color, because every color gives off a little bit different tack situation. So if I was using a color that didn't have enough tack, then I could use Quick Stick It or something like that.
How long
But
do
this
you
one
for
has plenty.
Stick It? Sharon's asking.
Typically like 15 seconds. I didn't have to use Stick It on this. I just went straight to the foil. But if I needed to use Stick It, like say I'm using a color that isn't sticky enough, you can just quickly put some Stick It on, and 15 seconds is going to be plenty, especially for this kind of a look, because you don't want it to be solid. So Stick It, I probably would use Quick Stick It for this, just because using the regular Stick It in a pot is going to give you such solid coverage. It's going to be a little bit hard actually to do this technique. You're going to really have to hold your foil in such a way that you're not pressing down on the whole nail, because it will give you really, really good coverage of foil. So Quick Stick It's good for just a quick foil situation.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Just trying to stay in the camera. So get this on. And then I'm going to, because I've got her hand turned really quite a bit right here, I'm going to make sure that none of this ran sideways or that touched the counter like that one had. There's a little bit that ran there. Okay, and the light, please.
Don't hit it on the side.
Hey. Don't curse me.
So I'm using, this is the Luxio gloss that I used. It's my favorite top gloss.
It's not in the camera.
Sorry. It's my favorite gloss of all the glosses.
Oh, now it is. Oh,
It's getting there.
the 7-second delay is to completely
Messes with you. But yeah, this is my favorite gloss. It's a little bit thicker than Shine On, and so it glides over the nail. For me, I like it better because if there's any bumps like foil or glitter or anything, which almost every nail I do has something like that, it really glides over the nail nicer, and I feel like it gets a better gloss. So, all right, come out.
You know what I'm realizing? I'm so used to watching Jess's like videos at night when I'm trying to sleep and I can't fall asleep and it'll like put me to sleep. But like while we're sitting here doing this, I literally like I'm starting to feel like sleepy. Like
Apparently, I'm so boring that
No,
it
you're
puts people to
sleeping.
sleep.
and when you're pregnant and you're like
Yes.
it's the middle of the night, you're like, I can't sleep, and I'm like, I'm gonna watch very
why-
soothing nail
That's
videos.
why I watched it when I was pregnant. Is her voice is so soothing, and Andy like
Yeah.
we just get used to hearing another woman's voice in the bed in the middle of the night.
Yeah, both of us while we're pregnant watch. Jess is like, I'm like, no, she is kicking. She's kicking. She's kicking. I'll watch Jess.
So funny. So for this kind of a shape, she doesn't have a big C curve or anything, so I go ahead and almond it out. Well, really more of it. It's a bit more of an oval. She's not a huge pointy nail fan, so we don't go too pointy.
Nope, still need to type. Still need to pick up a kid.
Minor details, honey, minor. And then this is my oil. This is the Luxio oil. I actually just got a whole crap ton of this in stock, so I have lots of scents that are going to go back in stock. They've been out of stock for a few weeks. So if you're needing some more oil, all of the good stuff is coming back. I got some more mango, which is my favorite. This one is the white limetta, which I believe I still have this one in stock, and aloe vera, but I was out of the other.
That was
So
a white limetta.
it's what this smells like.
I was like, is it a flower? Is it a fruit? Apparently we do not know.
No. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys this really easy fade ombre technique using Coy and Jaded. I hope you picked up a couple tricks, or at least you can see a new really pretty combo.
It's very pretty.
It's very pretty. I'm going to finish the other hand, but we'll sign off and say good night. Bye, everyone.